Welcome to Live Edge, episode number 7. Tonight, we're going to be talking about woodworking on a budget. I'm Matt.
I'm Amy.
And we're 731 Woodworks. Thank you guys for joining us. First, I want to give a shout out, and I got to get the username right, to username is LESR131 on Instagram, at LESR131. She sent us an amazing challenge coin holder. I just posted a picture on Instagram if you want to check that out. It's got an anchor with a rope. Then it says, we have this anchor, or we have this hope as an anchor for the soul, which is awesome because the anchor in our logo is based off that same verse. So that was really, really awesome. And we thank her a lot for sending us that. That was really cool.
It was pretty cool. We have a celebration tonight.
You do?
We do. Do you want to tell them the celebration, or you want me to show them?
You should show.
Let's just show you. So, I have a celebration tonight. I am cast free. I'm splint free. Started physical therapy. I don't know if y'all can see those very well. Got my proudly displaying my scars there. Thank you so much.
Long?
Oh, yeah, there we go. Thank y'all for all the prayers. They've been working.
They have.
Okay, tell us where you're from tonight. We've got people already from, huh?
I said we'd love to hear from you.
Maine, South Carolina. Yeah, they've gone by so fast I missed them. Michigan. We've got lots of people on here already telling us where you're from. Keep telling us. Yep. Georgia, love it. So tonight we're going to talk about a budget.
Yep.
Budgets are usually those things that nobody likes.
Mm-hmm.
They're necessary. They're a necessary evil sometimes.
Some people like budgeting.
Oh, they do. I like budgeting certain things, but yeah.
I like to. I joke all the time on the videos that I'm a tightwad, but really I'm not. I don't mind spending money.
Sometimes a budget kind of hurts our feelings, but it's okay. Sometimes they're just needed. So
budget is a bad word. Says Brandon Combs.
Graph Wood Shop, we're doing great. Hope you're doing well also. I was on here. Got lots of stuff. Oh, and we've got people streaming us through their TV tonight.
I heard that.
That's awesome. Big screen. Love it.
Give a big old virtual fist bump on the big screen.
Graph Wood Shop wants to know what projects we're working on right now.
Currently, none. We do have a project planned in the next week or so, and we're going to start doing a deck makeover, which includes a sectional on the deck, like an outdoor sectional type thing. And we're hoping to have that video out pretty soon in February. I just made up a month.
It's a whole new month there.
It's Febtimber. Hashtag Febtimber.
That's gonna so trend now. Febtimber. I love that.
So we're gonna start on that, and so that's the next project. Total Boat, the resin company, sent me a package I got in the mail this week, and it has some resin in there, or some epoxy, some clear epoxy. So I'm gonna start playing with that and try to do something with that and see if I can do something with it. Also, one more bit of news before we get started. I have an anonymous donor who wanted to remain anonymous, who's going to donate tools, or actually a budget for us to buy tools with, for me to review. And then once I get through reviewing that tool, I'm going to give it away to one of you guys.
Yes.
So I think that's pretty awesome. And I think what I'm going to start with is a Craig K5 jig with a clamp and some screws. My hope is that whoever needs these items will put in for the giveaway, and then somebody that doesn't need them, maybe hold off for something you may need. That's the hope.
We would love for it to go to someone who, who could really needs it, could use it to start making some money, and doesn't have the ability to get it on their own just yet.
Yep. I thank him very much for that. It's really generous of him.
It is.
And so I'm going to buy that. Matter of fact, it's in my Amazon cart as we speak. Mm-hmm. I'm going to buy the Craig K5. It's like a little project box. I don't know if it's a project box. It's a set. And then I'm going to buy also I think I'm going with DeWalt. You guys comment and let me know if that's what you want. DeWalt drill, driver, and circular saw kit with 2 batteries. So I think that would be a really cool starter set for somebody that doesn't have that or needs a cordless tool set. So that's really cool.
Damon Barber said that this is something he's looking forward to, something he needs. He's one of those people that wants it all right now. But something else cool about him, he's also working on some wooden mallets, and it's his first time to do that. So
Awesome.
That's awesome.
They share a picture of it to us on Facebook or Instagram.
It's John Black that's watching us
at
on the
731 Woodworks on Instagram, and also
Oklahoma
at 731 Woodworks on Facebook. And we're using a new software tonight. You can tell it's a little different.
Yeah.
I like playing with new stuff, and I think this is really cool. And it just levels it up a little bit. And
yes, but he was driving me crazy with this tonight because it was 6:30. He had not gotten anything set up yet.
Had the bugs worked out yet. It takes just a minute.
But you didn't even have anything set up yet. He was stressing me tonight, y'all. We got Maine, South Carolina, Canada. Love it. We also have something else to celebrate. You had your first video hit.
Yep,
1 million views.
1 million views. That was
million views for our first video to hit 1 million.
It's really awesome because
it really is.
That changed the whole trajectory of the channel, of the woodworking. It also is that video come out in August and is now already at 1 million. So it's just, I'm extremely humbled by it. I don't know what to say, but thank you.
Yes. Lewis Westfall said had a stroke in November, but has been doing some woodworking since, and you've been a huge inspiration.
Thank you.
He's about to build a mallet as we speak.
That's awesome. I like those mallets. They come out so pretty.
They really are. They're awesome. Adam Larson says consider himself very fortunate. His dad enjoys woodworking and seen his passion and gifted him some very much needed tools. That's awesome. An awesome way to get started too. Awesome. I love it. Oh goodness. Thank you, Ernest. He told us congratulations. Paul, thank you. William. Everybody's telling us congrats. Lester, thank y'all so much. Jackie.
Thank y'all.
Got Missouri also kind of cold the past couple of days. Next week looks better. We've had some warmer days here this week. They've been nice, but they've been wet.
Yep.
We've had warmer days, auto trouble.
Yeah, I just got the truck out of the shop.
Yeah, did not like that.
Yeah, it stung a little.
Oh, always something.
The first tip that we'll give you on woodworking on a budget is always look for those tool deals. Try to buy low, and I guess you're not selling the tool high.
No, but it's that same concept. Yeah,
buy low, sell high. But what you want to do is, there's a video on the channel. It's actually linked in the description of this video. If you want to go back and watch it after the live show, is you go and there's several tool deal websites you can follow, as well as YouTubers that do nothing but tool deals. Get you some excellent deals on tools, and I like to buy on sale. I don't like to spend full price if I don't have to. I mean, if a tool set is normally $300 and I can save $50, that's $50 that can go to supplies or something else into the woodworking business. So it's always a good idea to keep an eye on those sites. I know Tool Boss is probably one of my favorites here on YouTube. If you just search Tool Boss, you'll find his stuff. This guy is awesome. He knows about all the tools, when they're on sale, if it's a good deal. He's really good at it. And then, of course, slickdeals.net. I use that a lot. If you watch that video, and I look at it every day for tool deals. And I rarely buy tools that I don't need. But if I'm in the market for one, I keep an eye out on those sites so that if I see one that's on sale and I don't need it now, but I know I'm going to need it in the future, it's a good idea to go ahead and save that money.
Okay, so Tortilla Chris just moved to a new country and had to leave his tools behind. How would you set up a new shop on a tight budget? Tight budget. And if y'all notice, we're trying to put some of your questions on there.
That's part of this. I got a new laptop. I don't know if you can see it.
No.
Right here. You can see the skin. It's a wood grain skin.
Oh, my goodness.
And, hey, I got to show this. I hope I don't disconnect nothing.
They're not.
Too terrible. Look at that skin. That's awesome.
It is pretty cool.
And so, yeah, I would do the same thing. I would be looking for those tool deals. Make sure you're creeping those sites daily. Make sure to follow Tool Boss. And go watch that tool deals video. I've got a couple of other ones in there that'll keep you up on the latest and greatest tool deals. Harbor Freight, man, those guys put out all kinds of stuff, a little flyer every time. I don't know if your country even has Harbor Freight, so I guess that wouldn't work for you if it doesn't. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I would just I would do that and follow some of these other tips we're going to give you tonight.
Samuel Dieter says if comparable in price to DeWalt, Milwaukee is the way to go into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Milwaukee makes some excellent stuff. Excellent. So if you're in the, I would say, my opinion, if you got a drill side by side and the DeWalt and the Milwaukee's right there, go with Milwaukee.
Bruce Stanton, my budget consists of a $50 Home Depot gift card and two $25 Walmart gift cards. Hopefully those were gifts too. So that's always good.
I would be interested to know if you have any tools at all. I mean, if you don't, then you can buy that Hart brand stuff at Walmart. I think that's the name brand of it, of the power tools. And you might could put a little with that and pick up a little set to get started.
So Stephen Esden, is there any way to set up a share site that we could share extra tools with those woodworkers in need? That's an awesome idea.
That is a great idea. And if you do that, let me know, and I'll certainly give you a share.
We'll make a note of that too, and we'll try to look into that. Mm-hmm. That's a really good idea. Thank you, Woodcraft716. Awesome to have you back again. Deborah Elliott said she got a sander for $13 at Harbor Freight.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Woodcraft716, for that super chat.
Jeremy, I don't know how to say your last name, Jeremy, but anyone have a good wine rack plan? So if you do, reach out to us so that we can reach out to him and give him that. That would be awesome. Don't know why that's going on.
Yeah, any of those lower end model tools, Hart, Ryobi, Porter Cable makes some good stuff. I mean, I know they're budget tools, but they make some really good stuff. I know a lot of people that have those and have getting good idea or you get good use out of them.
Richard Butler said if you're starting on a budget, definitely look at Ryobi. He started with them and they have lasted years. Leah O'Connell, do you use the biscuit joiner or just the Craig jig?
I just use the Craig jig. I don't even have a biscuit joiner. If I was going to do any other kind of joinery, it'd probably dowels or mortise and tenon, something like that. A lot of people have commented on that tool deal video that they get a lot of their tools from pawn shops and yard sales. So that's another good idea to go to the pawn shops and look, because a lot of people that are in construction trade or whatever maybe get tight on money and go pawn them tools off or whatever. So that may be a good option for you to go try out. I would just make sure to test those things in the store before I left with them.
Nailbender says that he has a wine rack plan. DM him on Instagram at Wolf's Den Woodworks.
Yep.
So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are just so awesome to each other. I love that.
That's right. I love it too. Wind tools make some good stuff. I got that Wind drill press. It's a great little drill press. I really like it a lot. And I've heard a lot of people that have the Wind planer that they love it a lot too. It's really nice.
Oh, and they're talking about Googling some of those too.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's harder for me to read your screen than mine.
I'm sorry.
You're making this difficult for me. I told y'all he was like right there at the tail end. And
yeah, we just got this stuff set up, so bear with us.
Oh, my goodness. What's a good budget table saw? Fulcrum 555 wants to know.
If you're looking for a budget table saw, you're going to be in the job site types table saw markets, and you can get a 10-inch job saw. In other words, it's got a 10-inch blade on there. If you could get that, I would just go ahead and get that 10-inch, because you're going to wind up not being able to cut as deep of a cut with a 8 1/4 or whatever the other smaller sizes are. DeWalt makes a good job site saw. I think Delta has a job site saw. Basically, they're in a frame and they sit on a tabletop, and so you'll be able to. They're really portable and made to go on job sites. But a lot of woodworkers start out with those and make some pretty awesome projects. Matter of fact, at All Red Woodworking, he just upgraded his.
Oh, I saw that.
He got a saw stock.
He got a saw stock. It was pretty.
It's nice. But he was been using, I don't know, for a while now, DeWalt job site saw. It's worked well for him.
Anthony Barone says that Facebook giveaway groups may be a good place to look as well. You've actually gotten, you've won some giveaways when you were first starting out. That's an awesome idea, because, especially if it's one where you have to write in about it.
Yep. Thank you, Omar.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that sticker.
I keep trying to use the mouse that's for yours.
I've been watching you do that.
I keep getting so messed up. Oh, I feel so weird because I have two hands to use this time.
Yeah.
And so I feel weird, but I can't
Thank you,
bend
Juan
it yet.
Gonzalez.
But,
Thank you. Motivational video about mental well-being and woodworking. I got that Dear Beginner Woodworker video. Have you saw that? And I also have a How to Start Woodworking video. And they're both motivational type videos. And I don't know how many of those you guys want. I like making them. That last one, I was scared to death about posting it.
Craig Nardi, how do you prevent your tabletop and planer from rusting? I just picked up an expensive joiner 2 weeks ago.
I got something for you.
Is it the stinky stuff?
It's the stinky stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, go back and watch that.
I feel like I always ask you about the stinky stuff.
Go back and watch the Bow Shield video, Bow Shield T9. It's just a few weeks back on the channel, maybe a month or two, where I cleaned the rust off my table saw that I have now, and I cleaned the table saw, and then I protected it with that. It's a whole pack, and it has the protectant to go in there to keep it from rusting.
It's just going to smell really bad.
The rust remover stinks, but the other stuff doesn't.
Chris Buff says, make your own jigs. Don't spend hundreds for plastic when you can pay dollars for wood.
Mm-hmm.
Good tips. So I love that. Y'all keep sharing all of your tips with each other because we all figure out different things. And so, for us, a budget was absolutely necessary. There's people that start in woodworking and they can go out and buy the biggest and the finest of absolutely everything. And we did not start that way. Our start, your start was, we've talked about it many times, working out of a storage shed that's in our backyard with no electricity and used, I don't even know how old tools. But we always have to start somewhere.
Everybody starts somewhere.
Yeah, you got to crawl before you walk.
Don't be ashamed of humble beginnings.
No, never be ashamed of that. Michael Lara says, got his pocket hole jig from Harbor Freight, less expensive than Craig, and been happy with it.
While we're on the saving money, after this live show ends, I was going to do it before the live show and I run out of time. I'm going to give a discount on our planned bundle. If you haven't seen it, it looks like this. If you use code LIVE at 731woodworks.com/store, use code LIVE, I'll give you a further discount than what's already on there. It's a 21% savings now as far as the bundle goes, and I'll add some more to that when you use code LIVE. It'll only be available for 24 hours for you live streamers and those that catch the live stream or the replay of the live stream tomorrow. And speaking of, if you watch this restream later tomorrow, comment restream or replay in the comments and let us know that you're watching the replay.
Arwin, second that question, best price for pocket hole screw alternatives.
Milescraft makes one, and there's another company that makes one that's lower price than Craig. I've not used it, but I heard good things about it. Yep, I like this one from Ronnie, Roaming Ranger. Buy a $200 job site table saw, upgrade the blade immediately. I totally agree with that. Your blade is going to make a huge difference in the way your saws works.
Alexander wants to know what that bundle currently is before that further discount. It's
$30 something, was it? It's right now it's $25.99.
Yeah.
Before we put the 21% off on it,
it was $30
something. Add 21% to $25.99, and that's what it come out to.
Yeah.
We took off 21% for 2021.
Steven says you don't really need a biscuit joiner if you're on a budget. It doesn't add strength.
Yeah, a lot of people say that they only make good for alignment. I don't know. I've never used one.
William Hamilton, pay attention to Home Depot and Lowe's deal of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Tools usually are usually once a week. Tools are usually once a week.
That's what I look at those two sites every day. And
what is that other site that you use? That's
Slickdeals.net.
Slick Deals, yeah.
How much are our plans? If you go to if you go to that link 731woodworks.com/store, some are $3.99. I've got a couple of free ones on there. I got some $4.99, and then the bundle is on there for $25.99.
Taylor Karowski, where do I find a good but cheap table saw? Good but cheap.
Used. I would look for used market if I'm looking for cheap table saw.
Sherry Walker, is glue enough to hold boards for creating a tabletop, or should biscuits or dowels be used?
Glue is plenty strong enough. There's lots of people making a cutting board is glued together. If you think about that, if you see one with a lot of strips in it, different shapes and stuff in there, that's all glue. Glue is extremely strong. I don't think it gets enough credit.
Tom Coffey said something really neat. Anyone starting out should buy what they can afford and then upgrade as you get better at the craft.
Yep.
I don't know if I pronounced your last name right, Coffee or Coffee. If it's coffee, I love it.
Thank you, great grandpa.
I love that. We love coffee around here. If you watched our coffee bar build, you'll know.
Yeah, slick deals. I don't know what somebody says it's not available in all areas. I'm not sure what countries or locations. The U.S. It has all their. They put deals on there from Amazon, Rockler. I mean, I've seen Home Depot, Lowe's. All those deals are on there. It's really, really nice.
Everyone, go in real quick and hit that like button for us, please. Give us that thumbs up. We appreciate that so much. Thank y'all who are reminding others to do that. I don't ever think about it until I read somebody else saying it.
Bike Outback says that they say that the wood will split and break before the glue joint will break if done right. And you're correct. There's a video online. If you go look at like Tight Bond Strength or something like that, if you search that on YouTube, there's a video where they show that. It's a really interesting video.
David Bradshaw says that he's late, but they're staging the latest projects. That's awesome.
Yep,
staging
that's awesome.
It's always one of my most favorite things to do because I feel like I can just completely redecorate all of a sudden. I do. I love it.
Part of it.
I get frustrated sometimes, but it's still, I love it. Yeah.
It's awesome.
I constantly redo things in my classroom. I constantly redo things here.
Yep.
Our house is a total disaster right now.
Yeah, it's bad.
Absolute disaster.
Y'all wouldn't want to see it.
Oh my goodness. I'm OCD. And we both keep a very clean house, but I'm so OCD about it. And there's laundry on my bed over there. It's driving me crazy. And, you know, we're working, y'all. You just get
basically
behind.
2 full-time jobs each.
Yeah, you get behind on things. So remember we talked about giving yourself grace. Yeah. We got to give ourselves grace tonight.
That's right. So if you're looking to buy lumber, let's talk about deals on lumber. If you're looking for lumber deals, you can look at your local places. Most of the time, those don't put anything on sale. If you look at Woodcraft, also Rockler, those type places that sell, if you just search hardwood online, you'll see those deals, and they'll actually put stuff on sale. I bought a bunch of lumber from Woodcraft on sale. They had Purple Heart on for like half off, and so you could save a lot of money. Of course, it's smaller boards. You're not buying table size boards where you're building tabletops with it, but you can buy stuff that's smaller for smaller projects. I mean, you can build tons of stuff out of this 5-inch, about 36 inch.
I read something really cool. Jason said that he keeps telling his wife they need a gold deer head now.
I agree.
I love my stag. I do. I searched for that for so long.
Yep.
And I had it. They handmade them. That we were actually gonna add the link to those, but the person who made them on Etsy, they're temporarily not making anything.
So we couldn't add anything.
Yeah, so, oh man, I love my deer stag.
Bell Forest is great for lumber too. I have seen those online.
Richard says, don't forget the value of buying manufacturers' rebuilds. Mm-hmm. Mine have lasted over 3 years now.
You can buy those refurbished. We actually bought a refurbished KitchenAid and still have it. So we buy. I bought refurbished Macs a lot of times. The last 2011 iMac that I had, I bought was refurb to save several $100. So
I love this question from Saprius. Just curious, would you say you're more of a woodworker who does YouTube now, or a YouTuber who does woodworking?
YouTuber who does woodworking.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you agree?
I would.
And I like that. I enjoy the content creation part. I enjoy, as bad as it sounds, sitting and editing a video for hours on end and getting it all pieced together and adding graphics to it. I just like it.
He'll call me over and he'll say, "Hey, come look at this," and he'll have something pop on the screen, and I'm like, "Oh goodness, yes." He really does. He really does enjoy that a lot. I think he enjoys building things too.
I do. So it's a combo thing.
Yeah.
I think it goes hand in hand. Mm-hmm. It's like building a video is like building a project. So if you video the project, you get to build that. Then you get to put the video together and build that. So it's pretty cool.
David McLean says, used a Kobalt job site saw to make my own coffee bar. It ate right through the 2x8s.
That's good. Kobalt. Hey, Kobalt is coming on now. They've got some really nice stuff out there.
Try the end grain trick nail bender. It really works. So Charlie Oldham must be responding to you, nail bender about the end grain trick. What's the end grain trick?
I don't know. I missed that one.
I guess I did too. Damon says started using pallet wood for Christmas decorations and plan to make some patio furniture.
That is an excellent segue.
Oh, I didn't see your bullet point down.
It says pallet projects.
It does say pallet projects.
So you can build stuff out of pallets. The only caution I would offer you on that is you don't know what was transported on those pallets and what leaked on them. So if it was some type of chemical, don't make cutting. I wouldn't make cutting boards out of those at all. A lot of times those are made out of hardwoods, cheaper hardwoods that are cheaper to get or cheaper for them to manufacture with, oak, stuff like that. You can make a lot of stuff out of them, and they're usually fairly easy to get. You got, thank you,
Blaine Buttermore. Thank you.
Buttermore. What an awesome name.
I love it.
With all my butter smooth stuff, if I had a name like Buttermore, that's awesome. I like it.
And you just segued right off of pallet wood on the butter.
So back from Buttermore into the pallets.
Gosh.
So if you go to like a lot of your lumber stores will just give you the pallets if you want them. And we've gotten them from there. Mm-hmm. We've gotten from Atwood's. It's like a tractor supply store. A lot of these
don't just go out and buy pallets.
Yeah, I wouldn't
try to find them free first.
Yeah, you can buy them things. You can get them things for free. If you go to a place like those tractor supply stores or any place that's receiving large items, Walmart's kind of stingy with theirs. But
well, I mean, it may depend on the Walmart.
They may
in
have
your
a
area.
policy too.
It never hurts to ask.
Yeah, you can ask. All they say is no.
A lot of like the local wood lumber companies here, they'll give them away sometimes, and then a lot of these companies will throw them out by the road. But I would still go in and ask before I just grabbed them. Greetings to you, Brother Rib, too. Glad to have you here. I don't know why it keeps doing that. My internet's not working good on my computer. I think it's your fault.
I'm hardwired in there.
I think you're still in all the internet. Someone, I don't remember who it was, but someone asked if you had any tips for dust collection. They just started out in a garage. Dust collection's a problem.
A leaf blower. I use a shop vac and a leaf blower. I'm looking to.
Didn't you win that shop vac?
I won the dust extractor.
Oh,
it's the one. It's the one hooked to my sander.
Oh,
and if you watch the Delta review that I just come out yesterday, I used the dust extractor on there. But yeah.
Cody Walliver says we need a butter smooth t-shirt.
Yep, we do.
We do.
Butter smooth.
Butter smooth. He was working on a video the last couple of days, and I kept hearing butter smooth in it. I was like, but yeah, I think it's my fault because I cook with a lot of butter. I think that may be where the butter comes from.
Butter makes it better.
I think butter is just coming out of your pores. It's just seeping now. Seeping. I'm sorry.
We use a lot of movie quotes, and if
really
you watch
do.
our videos, a lot of times you'll pick. I've seen comments where you've picked up on where it come from, so we use a lot of movie quotes.
Oh, Roman Ranger says if you're going to use pallet wood, invest in a strong magnet to find those hidden nails.
That's right. Be careful with that because it'll eat a planer blade up. And
somebody said our mic volume was low. I thought it was low tonight too.
Is it low?
It's low. It's low and slow.
What about that? Is that better?
Y'all let us know if that's better. Dust Deputy, 5-gallon bucket, and a shop vac works for a small shop.
I've heard a lot of people use that Dust Deputy, and it works well.
Somebody said you can find very strong magnets in an old microwave.
I didn't know that.
That's pretty cool. Captain Jester 1 said that.
That is interesting.
Omar says, 731, do you think it's worth it to stamp the work even if he's a newbie?
I don't stamp mine. I know that there's a lot of people that do. They get a branding iron.
Volume is better now. Thank you.
They get a branding iron and or a stamper and stamp it. And if you like it, go for it.
J.S. Lowe says that he and his wife use a lot of movie quotes too. We do that constantly, and our daughter always feels like she either understands them or she feels left out.
She ought to know them by now.
She really ought to.
We use most of the same one.
I know, over and over.
We don't watch new stuff most of the time.
No.
Not in good quotes.
We binge watch things. The Discovery Plus, if y'all have not checked out Discovery Plus that streams, and It's what, like, it's $5 a month, and then you can pay
Mhm.
$2 extra for no commercials, which is totally worth it. We have been binging those things.
Mhm.
It's a
Those
pretty
true
neat
crime
streaming
shows.
show. Yeah, but pay that $2 extra every time a commercial skips. We go $2 every time. $2, $2.
So Vlad wants to know if someone's quarantined, would it be and unable to go to the stores to buy wood, would you recommend ordering from somewhere online? Yep, I would.
Mm-hmm.
Woodcraft, somebody Bell Forest Products,
Well, not only
Rockwood.
that, but if it's a local store, sometimes they'll deliver to you. You can do contactless delivery. Pay them over the phone. Call them, give them your card number over the phone. You can have them deliver it to the front of your house. Our local stores will deliver, but I don't think they'll deliver unless it's over a certain
Yeah,
amount.
you just call them and ask them.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, some of y'all are leaving some weird questions. We're just gonna take that one out.
Yeah. Keep on, you're gonna get banned.
Yeah, y'all don't ask weird things. Oh, but that's a good question about the quarantining.
Woodworker Source is another good dealer. That's right, for online.
Graph Wood Shop, what's the next tools purchase? What are you budgeting for? What's the next purchase you're budgeting for? What do you think it is for you?
Tool wise, I need to get a cordless circular saw. It's not really a budget item. Big budget item. I'd like to get a bigger table saw eventually, but really right now I'm really what do you call it? Content. I'm really content with the tools that I have. What we've been upgrading is the um, equipment to do these live streams, like this new laptop, the audio equipment, stuff like that. So that's really where the money's been going lately.
Hey, you know what time it is?
It's power tip time.
Power tip time. So our power tip, we're on a budget. What's our power tip?
Coupons.
I don't know if y'all have ever done it. I'm a big eBay person. Love eBay. A lot of times, if you're going to get tools from these big box stores, if you're going to go to Home Depot or Lowe's or somewhere like that, you can actually go on eBay and buy a coupon. Sometimes you have to pay maybe $5 for them. You get the coupon digitally and you print it. And it's usually for like $50 off a purchase of 100 or 150, something like that. Sometimes it's, the more you spend, the more the coupon is worth. But and often when you do that, you get more than one coupon. So we've done that multiple times. But that's not the only thing you can get on there. You can get a lot of people will get gift cards for these places, and they are not going to use the gift cards. They may get them for Christmas, and they're sneaky and they sell them on eBay so that family that gave them to them doesn't see it.
They get the cash.
Yeah, so if you can get a $175 gift card for $150, you just saved $25. So that's our power tip.
Yep.
Look on there.
Actually, when I bought the DeWalt miter saw, we did that, and we bought the coupon on eBay. Went to Lowe's. And then I was so excited to get the miter saw, I forgot to use the coupon. They wouldn't let me go back in and take 50 off, so I returned that saw, bought another one that was sitting on the floor, and then used the coupon for that one. And I've done that. I've done that on my table saw too. When I bought that Delta table saw, so I've saved $50. I mean, that's $50 can go to something else. It's basically the tax on it.
Yeah, I mean, if you can save $50 at one time, for us that was huge.
And then you got also Harbor Freight. They put out a circular you can actually go to their website and subscribe to, and they'll mail it to you. And they've got coupons on there all the time, so you can save on clamps. And they've got. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about the Hercules brand tools.
Do you hear our dog
crying? Yeah, he's in there crying. And so those Hercules tools are coming on, and I've heard that they're really good. So if you're on a budget, you may can save some money there, especially when they got those coupons going on.
Charlie Oldham says, "Don't buy lumber without picking it out in person. Send a neighbor, a friend to pick it up for you."
I understand that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I'm building a table or a furniture project, then I want to look at it. If I'm going to build a mallet or lazy Susans or cutting boards, you can mill that stuff down.
And somebody asked earlier, how do you fix a wompy board with a planer? I think is what they asked.
Yeah, you'll need a flattening sled. You can search flattening sled. Harbor Freight clamps, I got several of them, and they work just fine. They're not the best. They're not Bessie's. They're not Jorgensen. They're not top of the line Irwins, but they work for smaller projects. And I've used them for a long time.
George Valier says an inexpensive way to build pipe clamps is to talk to your local plumbing business, ask them for their scrap pipe.
That is an excellent idea.
Yeah, he said made all of his clamps with pony number 52 and number 55 and free pipe.
That is an excellent idea. That is an excellent idea.
That's the thing. So many of us don't feel like we can ask a business or an individual or something, but it never hurts to ask. Don't be ashamed of it. Yeah,
that community is big. That's why I love this platform, Instagram.
Absolutely,
this community we're building here is we're all sharing ideas and helping each other. That's what it's all about.
As a teacher, we always say that we beg, borrow, or steal, because we go online and we Google other teachers' ideas, or we go and talk to them and say, hey, the students were talking about something you did in your class. Can you tell me what you did? It never hurts to do that. You can don't for real steal. Don't do anything that's a crime. But beg, borrow, and steal, so to speak, from other people in your community. Reach out to people. And a lot of these businesses would probably enjoy getting rid of it.
Yep. Samuel Dieter, what does it take to thread the pipes for clamp ends? You don't need to. They slide on there. If you buy those pipe clamps, they slide down on the things. I think. If I'm mistaken, y'all correct me real quick. I don't have any pipe clamps.
But you can buy Arwin says neighbor has some cut down trees and given them some of their wood. See, that's another awesome thing.
There you go. Teachers pay teachers. You use that site.
Oh, Alexander. I love that site. I actually made my biggest purchase ever on there today. He doesn't know, but it's not a lot. It's a bundle.
Yeah, a bundle.
I got a bundle.
They save you money.
I got a bundle today, and it's awesome. That if you're a teacher out there, or if you know a teacher out there, man, teachers pay teacher is awesome. You got to be careful with some of it, but
on the pipe clamps, I'm gonna say some thread in, some slide in. If you're getting it from a plumbing supply or drops, a lot of times, man, that takes them 2 seconds to put some threads on the end.
Dexter says all the big stores have curbside service. That is true. I know that if you're on quarantine, you're not supposed to leave, but would that count if you're just in your vehicle?
I don't know.
I don't know what's right anymore. I feel like I don't understand things anymore.
Like I'm living in an upside down world.
Yeah. I guess maybe if you go into your garage and get into your vehicle and you never get out of the vehicle, can you drive it?
I don't know. That's a question for y'all.
I'm confused now. I'm confused. I have no idea.
Good plywood to build. How can I find good plywood to build? I would. A lot of your local lumber stores are going to have sanded plywood, and that's what you're going to ask for. Baltic birch, I think, is like the top of the top that they build those. A lot of people build cabinet grade with. I get just birch sanded plywood at Lowe's and Home Depot, and locally I can get that red oak plywood like that. You can get walnut, cherry plywood at the hardwood dealers. So there's a lot of places you can get it.
Victor Rios says, I always keep thinking I need more tools. I think that's one of the hardest parts when you are working on a budget.
Oh, when I first started out, I didn't think I was ever going to get everything I needed until, I don't know, it was.
But you have to think that's with every job. You can't start a brand new job. I mean, I guess some people could, but the average person is not going to start a brand new job and be able to go get everything.
Yeah, it takes time. It just takes time. It's like I said in the previous video, one of my previous videos, it's a marathon, not a race. And so you kind of have to plan out in the future on what you need, and then start working toward that what you need, and start working toward that goal or that tool. And so I knew that I wanted a cordless drill set first, so that's what I worked up to and bought. Then I wanted the miter saw, worked up to and bought that. Then I wanted the table saw. That was the ultimate thing that I really wanted. And I almost bought a job site saw, a DeWalt job site saw, but I held out, and my mother-in-law wound up giving me just a little bit of money there to put me over the edge to be able to get the Delta that I got. And so I've had some help along the way, obviously.
Cody Walliver says, what's your price list for some of the items you sell? I think he's wanting to compare to see if he's under or overcharging.
I've got a video. It says
it's a pricing video.
Yeah, it says what I priced the projects on this channel up until a couple of months ago. So if you go back, you watch all that video. It prices every project from then, and we have a pricing video that just how to price woodworking projects too.
Phil Lohman says, "Can I get 50% off of a new truck?" I'm sorry, Phil.
Man, I wish I could.
I don't know how to do that.
If you figure that out, let us know.
Yeah. Neil Brock, what is the best wood to use as a complete beginner?
I mean, pine is the cheapest, easiest, most
Mark
accessible.
H10.
It's the cheapest, most accessible because it's so readily available. And so that's what I would look at. You can use any type of hardwoods, but the pallet wood, if you want to start with that too, a lot of people start out with pallet wood.
My internet keeps messing up. This has got to be your fault, right?
Nobody else is reporting internet issues.
I know.
Must be that one.
I think it's no. Hey, don't pick on my computer just because yours is newer than mine. Yep. See, I told him before the show tonight. I said I'm going to tell everybody once we get on camera and tell everybody about how mean you are.
Does this face look mean? I don't think so.
Oh my goodness! Oh look, I can use my left hand. Yay! No, he's not mean at all.
Too many tools, like saying you had too much fun, right?
Mike Cape says Lowe's gives military discount on anything.
Mm-hmm. They sure do.
That's
10%,
cool.
I believe.
Tasty 335 Etsy selling tips. We do have a video on how to sell on Etsy.
The whole video just for that. Go check that out. It's
Patrick said so does Home Depot on the military discounts. That's awesome. I know a lot of people who feel like they shouldn't ask for the discount.
Hey, it's offered because you serve the country. Thank you.
Absolutely. Don't ever be ashamed of that. Don't be ashamed that you're trying to save some money.
I think it's a
we used
service.
to do couponing.
Man, we was extreme couponer.
We got applauded once. That was it. Yeah, it was so. It
had
was
a crowd around us.
But we didn't do it like they do on that show. I mean,
it was close.
We got almost $800 worth of groceries for around $200. I mean, I see them on that show. They walk out and they spend like $4. But yeah.
But that takes work. That takes a lot of work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we finally gave up on that years ago. It was just so hard. Our kids were still younger. It was just, and we had to drive about 2 hours away in order to do that. So it was, it was a whole process. But yeah.
Hey, Brian Driscoll, that's right. He says he manages his own lumber yard. Ask for that contractor pricing or bid pricing. I do that, and I've done that all around town. I get the contractor discount or the bid pricing because they will give you a discount for being a contractor, and you don't have to have a employer ID number or nothing like that. Not here. They just put you in as a contractor. They may take your name and address down and then bump right along.
Lester Tucker III, yes, his computer is hardwired in, so he's not having trouble, but he doesn't allow me that comfort on mine.
So there's only one cable.
So so yes, we have figured that out, but I just have to refresh and then I get right back in there. So detail enthusiasts, if you're a business, buy all your tools and don't forget to write them off. Absolutely.
We talked about taxes last week right here on the live edge.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, anytime you can get a legitimate tax break, you need to do that, but make sure you keep good records.
Oh yeah. You don't want to get the old Mr. Audit coming at you and you don't have what you need and all your ducks in a row.
I don't know.
We're located in Monticello, Arkansas.
Someone said there's no award for not taking the discount. That's right.
And
absolutely right.
I look at it like this, and I'm with you when you don't really want to ask for it or whatever, but it's a service that company is offering military for their service. So I think it's a good thing. I think you should take it if they're offering
it. What kind of screws should you use for furniture or small projects?
It just depends on what you're going to be building, really. If it's an outdoor project, you'll get some coated screws that use like an outdoor coating so they don't rust and stuff. But typically I use Craig screws on a lot of my stuff.
Colton Wilson says, not for materials, just FYI, but hate asking for that discount. We'll do it for the big stuff. That's the thing. So many of us hate doing that. There's times that, because I get a discount at a lot of our local places from being an educator, and most of the time I don't ever say anything.
Mm-hmm.
I get a discount from several places because they know I'm a teacher, because a lot of times I had them when they were in middle school, and now it's high school or they've graduated, so they know I'm a teacher. But there's really no shame in saving.
No.
I just.
You have to look at it like this. So if you
But I understand you completely.
If you save 50% or 10% on
something huge,
$500 purchase,
that's $50.
That's money that you could reinvest into your business. So or your family. So if you look at it that way, then you're taking money from your business or your family by not taking the discount that's offered to you.
Patrick was wanting to know, I think, how much we're paying for plywood. He says for him it's really expensive.
The last sheets we bought were $55 a sheet. $55 a sheet for 3/4 inch sanded birch.
Mm-hmm. But didn't you say that was a fair price for it?
It's about normal.
Where'd you get that one from?
Here locally.
Okay.
It went up and then it come back down. It was up around $70-something a sheet, but it come back down within a month, so it's not bad.
Plain Crazy Woodworking said couponing like that is a part-time job by itself. Yes, it is.
We would spend hours.
He did it.
We would spend that. I would spend hours.
Yes.
You know how you got those baseball card folders that have the little clear inserts where you put your cards? Like we had a 3-inch binder.
We would go by several papers.
Coupons, and they were sorted by where they were in the store. It was a process.
We would do digital coupons. We would do the paper coupons, but we were not. We would only buy stuff that we knew we would use.
Yeah, well, I wasn't buying a bunch of stuff we were never going to use. Of course, there's about 20, 30 deodorants back there in the
still even after
cabinet.
Years. We haven't bought deodorant in like 8 years.
They was basically giving it to you to take it out of the store with a coupon.
Yeah, we were getting deodorant, toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, all that kind of stuff. Razors. We were getting that stuff for pennies. I mean, it was crazy. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Mr. Charlie Odom says, or it could be Miss. Did we ever decide that? Because our little puppy's named Charlie. She's a girl, and then she has a cousin named Charlie. That's a boy. So.
Yeah, and we named our pup Charlie after my cousin. Yeah, he was my best friend growing up, so I love the name Charlie. So I think Mr. Charlie is a Mr.
Yeah, he says he's $60 near him for plywood. Baltic birch $60 to $67. So it's not bad.
Vlad says, what do you recommend for having good, safe air in the garage? Cheap box fans with some good MERV 13 filters attached to them, or maybe something like that.
I think it was Easy Swan that made a video about that. It's the wind air filtration versus a box fan with a filter on it. Good filter fish. And but they put the filter on there, and that actually performed better than the wind. So I would go check out that video.
Adam says he's just now getting here. I don't think we've said this yet, Adam, but he says ask the manager of Lowe's for a discount because they have the power to give you a discount. The worst they can do is say no, but he got 10% off his Delta. 36-725 T2. What's that?
That's a table saw.
Oh,
that's the same one I got, except for the newer model.
See, I don't know all these codes and stuff.
Brian Driscoll wants to know how far we are from Searcy or how close we are. We're about 2 hours-ish away from Searcy, Arkansas. We're in the southeast part of the state.
Have you ever noticed that the people from the south, they don't ever tell you how many miles away you are? We tell you in minutes or hours how far.
That's how long it's
10 minutes down the road. You go about 5 minutes and take a right. That's what we do in the south, right?
Yeah. Go down there Go about 5 minutes and turn by where that old milk jug used to sit.
Yeah. I used to work for a law firm. Worked there for years and years and years. And we had to do surveys. And for real, y'all, legitimately in surveys for people who own land, it would say in the survey, take a right at what are those rhubarb things that stick in the ground? What are those called?
Rhubarb?
Rhubarb? Yeah.
Isn't that like a vegetable?
A rhubarb. It would be it would say something like a metal pipe in the ground, where there's a metal pipe in the ground, and then take 10 steps until you see a fence. It really says that stuff in there.
That's crazy.
In legitimate legal documents.
South Arkansas.
You can't make this up.
Lloyd Wagoner in the house.
Hey.
I was wondering where you was at, Mr. Lloyd Wagoner.
So if y'all, I don't know if y'all ever watch Golden Girls. Golden Girls is
her favorite show ever.
My favorite show, my favorite everything ever. I watched it the very first episode, the pilot episode, the day it aired, the original air date. I was there. I was watching it. But on an episode of it, it talks about Lyle Wagner. And so when we saw Mr. Wagner on here, we said Lloyd by accident, and it just kind of stuck. And so Mr. Lloyd Wagner, we love it. We love it. But that's where that come from. I told y'all we do movie quotes and TV quotes.
David Witherall wants to know if you can sharpen table saw and chop saw blades. Yes.
Tombstone 4, thank you for being a friend. Yeah.
Yes, you can sharpen certain ones. I know forest blades, they're really expensive, but you can have them sharpened for about $25 or so each. There's some other brands that can be sharpened, so you can look into that. But yeah, they do. You can sharpen certain ones.
All I want to talk about now is Golden Girls.
Okay.
That just put me in the mood for it. We got to watch
Maybe
Golden
we need
Girls
a Golden Girls channel or something.
Oh. Y'all, I know every episode by heart. I can tell you what they were wearing in it. I can tell you every line of it before they say it.
Within about 5 seconds of the show starting, she can tell you what episode and everything that's going to happen in the episode.
Yes. I can recite every episode word for word. Love it. Oh, Charlie Odom loves Golden Girls. See?
Hey, thank you. Awesome. I like that Jeep. I want me a Jeep.
Oh, we got somebody from Little Rock. Michael Diaz. Like that. You can get 2 sharpenings out of Diablo blades, says
That's good to know. Because they're about between $30 and $50 depending on which one you get. And so that's, if you can sharpen those, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck there, because those are some good blades. That's what I use. I use a lot of the Diablo blades because they're so inexpensive and they work really well.
Graf Wood Shop, thank you. Y'all give us that thumbs up. Graf's reminding us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Paul Tolbert says thank you for the chat on Facebook to you. He said,
you're welcome.
It's nice. And y'all
can reach out to us.
Those of you that have reached out to me on Instagram.
She's still learning.
I'm trying. I gotta figure this. I feel like I'm one of those old people that's like, what? I don't understand, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I can't quite figure out all of it. My students have told me they would help me understand this better, and I don't know. Yeah,
Nailbender says the 82 Diablo blades, the 12-inch are about $80, but the table saw blades, the 10-inch ones, are $30 to $50.
Fabian says, anyone build tables with Ponderosa Pine?
Never heard of
Does
that.
it stain well?
What is Ponderosa Pine?
I don't know, but it sounds pretty. I like the name of it. Jim Stewart agrees with me on the Insta-wonk. That's the way I feel. Insta-wonk. It's an Insta-wonk for me.
Kind of like the face page.
So, yeah.
Or the snap face.
Facebook, I understand. I just feel so behind on Instagram and Pinterest. I don't even know where to start there. Yep. If I look for something online and it pulls up Pinterest, I try to get out as fast as possible because I feel like I get lost. It's like a never-ending abyss in there. I don't understand how to get out. I feel like
if you watch my was it Etsy video or how to sell woodworking video, Pinterest, you guys don't understand how much traffic Pinterest drives to my content, to 731woodworks.com as well as to the YouTube channel. It's one of the higher content producers or traffic generators to my content. So it is a invaluable tool to learn if you're putting out content.
Charlie Odom just said something else about Golden Girls.
Did he?
Yes, he was talking about they shot those episodes in California, but the outside of the house was recorded in Florida. I actually have a book, Mr. Charlie, that's on the complete ins and outs of everything Golden Girls, including some of their original scripts in their handwriting. Super cool stuff. But yes, you're right about that. Love it. So he said it was a long trip to the mailbox, 3,000 miles.
Took a long time to check that
from the inside that was shot in California to that you get it.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, look at that.
I love them.
Joe Drum found us through Pinterest. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I can't find anything through Pinterest.
Pinterest drives a lot of traffic. It's a.
I just don't understand it.
It.
Oh, Nailbender makes a ton of money off of Pinterest.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd like to know how.
Yeah, reach out and let him know that because I wouldn't understand. But yeah, I don't get it. I try to click on something, and then it just goes away.
On that Ponderosa Pine, Romy Ranger says it can be tough, very sappy. So make sure it's very dry. It can be beautiful.
See, I told you it sounded pretty.
But if it's sappy, you better make sure that sap comes out because it's gonna come through that paint.
JD Goodwin, any chance we would see a future episode on a shop build?
Yes. See, I want to do some chop builds, and we've talked about it. I want to build a brand new, my design assembly table / work table with storage and everything under there. I've got a lot of ideas for the shop. I'd like to redo the
Our
miter
dog is
stand.
crying
He's crying.
so bad.
I would like to redo my miter stand and build my own. I've kind of based the one I've got kind of on a picture that I saw on hertoolbelt.com. And so I want to try to build my own that would be just fine.
John says thanks. He sold his first coffee table on Etsy.
That is awesome.
How do you? I wonder. Was it? I just wonder. Was it local or if you shipped on something like that?
Yeah,
but
if you
that's
shipped
awesome.
it, was it a lot? Did it cost? Because I don't ship large items because it costs so much. That freight shipping will eat you up. But if you can ship a flat pack, where you just ship the pieces in flat, and then when they get there, they assemble it with instructions. That's something you might do.
D. Harrison just unboxed the 8-inch Wahuda jointer. Easy to make that purchase after the unboxing video.
That is a good tool. I've loved having that. Damon Barber, I want to do a shop tour video. I do. I really do. It's just, I ain't had time. I'm running out of time to do all these videos.
I know.
And so, yeah, I'm going to do a shop tour video. I hope either in February or March to do a shop tour. But I got to clean that mess up first. Yeah, I don't want to see a dirty house. Because it's nasty out there. Like, there's wood. If you go back and watch the scrap wood project video, there's a couple of shots of the shelves. They're terrible. I got to get everything organized.
After I don't ever feel like I say his name right. Sapirius. After almost 2 years of saving, planning, and procrastinating, I am finally going to be building a 12 by 30 foot shop.
That is awesome, and congratulations.
12 by 30 feet.
That's a good size shop.
That is. Adam says, would love to see your take on a shop build panel saw.
Here, Koda. That's Koda.
that's our big gray hair. Our biggie Iggy. Yeah, he's kind of a mama's boy.
What tools are best to spend a decent cash on, and what are some that don't matter so much quality wise? If you're going to spend money on a tool, table saw and a miter saw is where you're going to spend your money. I think a wind planer, it's a little less expensive, so you can get away with that. They work fairly well. The reviews on them are excellent, and that's the one I was actually going to buy before my dad gifted me the DeWalt I got. But cordless tools like drills and impacts, stuff like that, I think you're perfectly fine getting away with, especially if you're just starting out with Ryobi and those type tools.
Oh,
we got dogs busting in.
We got dogs busting in. Y'all can meet Koda. He's our biggie Iggy. We'll see how this works. So that he'll stop crying. He wants his mama usually. Oh goodness. Hey baby. Something I love so much is seeing your pets. Take her out. Is seeing your pets too. So I want to learn more on Instagram. So y'all send me a message on Instagram.
Amy.outlaw.
Yes. And show me your shop dog or a shop cat or a shop whatever it is.
Hey, thank you. Somebody asked a while ago where we got our shirts at. Most of them come from Mardel.com, Mardel.com. It's a Christian / teacher supply store. I get some from Caruso.com, which also supplies Mardel, and then some from RelentlessDefender.com, some from ShieldsOfStrength.com, and so that's where we get a lot of our shirts and stuff.
If you can't tell, this one right here, he's
spoiled.
He's a little spoiled.
Well, what happens is at 7 o'clock is his snack time.
I wonder.
And he knows the word snack. Cody, you ready for your snack?
His ears will his ears will start to flicker if you talk about that snack.
He's ready for his snack. So.
He is. If y'all are not familiar with this breed, they're supposed to max out like 9 to 11 pounds. Our girl is 9 point something pounds. He's 16.
He's a little plus size.
He's plus size. he's just a lot of love.
I see a lot of you guys have shop dogs.
Yes. Our dogs are so much to us. They're
a huge
our family.
Part of our life. Huge
It's
part.
funny. One of my coworkers, she's completely into Disney everything. So Kelsey, if you hear this, I'm talking about you. And so I asked my students today, I said, which teacher here is all about Disney. And of course, they said her. And I said, which teacher is about this? And they answered right away. I said, well, what am I known for? And they all in unison said, dogs.
Mr. Wagner, that is a good idea. I did a video on a flag. He wants to know if we would do a video on featuring our followers' builds.
That would be a good.
We did a flag video where it was not really a follower of mine. I was more of a follower of his. Yeah. But yeah, that would be a good idea for
a video. Koda. Koda said,
shop cat.
He wants love so much.
Fabian has a shop cat.
You have a shop cat, okay.
Hey, that's awesome. You kept her and didn't know where it come from, like a stray or something.
Aw. One of my coworkers today told me she had a dog come up, and they think it's part Walker, so they named it Walker, and they've been feeding him and loving him, and he started sleeping in the house. And
Mark M wants to know if he's being too critical, not liking the idea of using Diablo blades as a Christian. I mean, it's your personal thing, and like if you don't like that, I think it's just a name. I don't dig too much into it.
Right.
So I just.
But
I mean, it's your own conviction, if you
right, absolutely. Don't do anything that you're. Yeah, I've not bought certain things or done certain things because I felt like a product had some sort of meaning that I may have been reading into it that somebody else wouldn't have, but I wasn't comfortable with it, and you have to be comfortable with yourself. The thing I always say is you're the one that has to lay down with yourself at night, Lay down peacefully. So however you have to do that.
John Lalonde wants to know how do we handle sawdust. I use a shop vac. I have a dust extractor also. It's a DeWalt dust extractor that's hooked to my sander, which really, it really helps with the fine dust. The other shop vac, I just vacuum it up as I go. It really just kind of aerates and falls over everything. Then I take a leaf blower at the end of the day and blow out what's left. I am looking into getting a proper dust collection. It's just not something I get real excited about. I mean, I don't want to spend money for dust collection. I know it sounds bad, but
Lindy Blade says, "Mom, can I help you?" That's exactly what he's saying right now. The thing about it, every time we do one of these, when the dogs come back to us, they're so excited. It's like we come home all over again.
Thomas Holland wants to know, have you ever had to deal with difficult customers? Yes. I think anytime you're in a customer-based
if you're
business,
dealing with the public,
you're going to deal with difficult customers. And the way I always try to do that is I try to be fair to them, but at the same time, they're not going to rip me off because that's what they're trying to do. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago. I had one customer I mailed a stove cover to. She got it, says she didn't like it. And then I was like, okay, I offered a free exchange. She would just ship the one I gave her back. I would ship her another one. And she wasn't willing to ship the old one back. She wanted me to ship her another one and keep the old one. And that's not right. How can you keep the product and then me ship you another one? Then you've got two for the price of one. I felt like she was trying to rip me off. And so I was like, no, I'm not doing that. But I'm perfectly willing and able to send you another one if you send me mine back, which was terms on the website. She didn't want to do that. And so she just wound up just kicking rocks.
On that really quick, I know our time's pretty much up, but he had a customer on Etsy order a plan. This was back in
right when I first put plans on. Yeah,
they paid $4 for some plans for a
farmhouse. It was a farmhouse end table.
No, it was a table.
It was a coffee table build.
Okay, coffee table build for $4, and it said digital download. So y'all be careful if you do sell anything similar to this, because the lady reached out to us and said, "Hey, when is my table gonna come?"
She was in the UK,
and he said, "You bought a digital plan," and she let us have it. She said she was gonna file a complaint because she purchased a farmhouse table, and we had not reached out to her to find out what dimensions she wanted it so that we could build it and send it to her because it was going to be a Christmas gift for $4. So be cautious of that kind of stuff because as soon as she did that, we sent her screenshots of what she had purchased and everything. And we said, okay, go ahead and file your complaint with Etsy, but we're going to let them know this. We're not, because she then started saying, well, I want a refund of my $4. Yeah. And we said, no, you've got our plans. We're not going to do this. And as soon as we told her that, she was gone and she never filed a complaint.
Mangled Thumb says, my grandpa always used to say, if it's made of wood, it's not solid as stone. When he saw your motto, it blew his mind.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
That is awesome.
Nailbender said that He lost his dog last year, and he is now shop dogless. That is awful.
Sorry.
Prayers for you for that. We lost one of ours
Mhm.
December of 2019. Zeus was he
was a big part of the family.
He was the original shop dog. He was
Yep.
we talk about him constantly. We actually have his paw print over here behind us and a picture of him across the room, and we always say Zeus was the heart of our family.
He was a good pup.
He was, and he will always be that.
Yep.
So we understand how hard that is.
All right, so we're going to sign off. It's 4 minutes after.
Yep.
We really appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to come spend it with us.
Yes.
Or if you're watching this or if you're listening to us on the podcast, thank you very much. And we guys will see you in the next live edge.
Thank y'all for being patient with us with our new system tonight. So thank y'all. Have a good night.
Thank you.